So for this you'll need your black and white image, lino cutter and a lino block. So to start, place your block over your image and line it up so that the image is in the middle, and then just draw around the block so that you have the shape of the block on your paper. And now you just want to start tracing around the lines, so around the white shapes or around the black shapes, but you want to be drawing lines that separate the black sections and the white sections. Okay, you want to use heavy lines to do this, so thick lines. It doesn't have to be perfectly on the edge. You can be inside or outside of the line. It's not too important at this stage. So make sure you're drawing around every section, and maybe where there's sections of tones or it's a bit shaded, it's a bit broken, you can do a fuzzy line just to show that it's not completely black or completely white. And don't forget to draw around the shapes that are inside the other shapes. So everywhere there's a point where the white and the black meets, you want to draw around that with your pencil. Once you've finished drawing the outlines with your pencil, then go back to the lines that you drew around the block with and cut out the shape. So what you're cutting out will be the size of your block. So you should be able to place your image on top of your block nicely, it should fit. And then once you've done that, get a piece of tape and just secure your paper onto your block. So piece of tape there, and then you can lift it up and check that it's transferred. Once you have secured the paper on top of your block, you can start transferring the image onto the block. So get a pencil and just start pushing onto the back of the paper where your lines are, and this should imprint your pencil lines onto the block. So make sure you use a lot of force. If the pencil's not working, try a piece of graphite and just push it in until you get something like this, and then you should be able to see the lines of the shapes on your block. Now, because you've used pencil, this will smudge on top of your block, so we need to make those lines more defined and fill in some of the shapes. Also, the image will now be flipped because you transferred it, so what you can do is go back to the original image on your phone or on a computer and flip it to the way it is now. This way you can get your permanent marker and begin colouring or drawing the black sections of your image. So just following those lines, using the flipped image for reference, go around and fill out the shapes. Take your time. If you do slip or go outside of the lines, it doesn't matter because this is still just a guideline for what you will be cutting out of the block. So if there's a section of white that you filled in by accident, then you can then cut this out later anyway. So this again is just a guideline for where you will be cutting. And keep following the process. The outside of the image, for my image anyway, the surrounding area is completely black. So I don't need to take my black areas to the edge because I know that they're black anyway. So the black areas you won't be cutting. So if the whole surrounding of the image is black, then you don't need to colour it in. It's not necessary. So keep filling out the shapes until you have something on your block that is similar to your black and white image, which this one is now.